Hi everyone, this is Michael Balesta. Tuesday, the Indians tried to build their winning streak to 4 at the expense of the Cincinnati Reds at Great American Ballpark. Cleveland wasted no time in the first inning as Jose Ramirez hit a single to right field to score Francisco Lindor. Yonder Alonso's base hit to center added a pair of runs against pitcher Sal Romano. The fourth run came on a Yan Gomes groundout, which allowed Alonso to come to the dish. The second inning was productive like the first. Alonso's sacrifice fly to center field enabled Michael Brantley to make it 5-0. Later, Melky Cabrera's hit to left brought Ramirez home. In the fifth, Greg Allen grounded into a double play, but Cabrera scored. The lone home run of the game took place in the next frame as Ramirez took flight with his 36th against Michael Lorenzen. Jose went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Corey Kluber did yield a run in the seventh inning as Preston Tucker's base hit scored Tucker Barnhart. Kluber went 7 innings, had 7 strikeouts, allowing just 5 hits, and improved to 15-6 in what was a fast-moving game in 2 hours and 37 minutes. As for Romano, he did not get out of the second inning, allowing 7 hits and 6 runs, falling to 7-10. Cleveland were 8-1 winners. Wednesday, the Indians had to play from behind as Shane Bieber had a tough first inning. Scooter Gennett drove home Jose Peraza to open the scoring. Preston Tucker went deep for his 5th home run to make it 3-0. Fortunately, Cleveland had an immediate response. Allen's hit got Jason Kipnis in from second against Robert Stevenson. The lead was cut to 3-2 when Allen benefited from Lindor's groundout. In the 6th, with Alonso on at first, Cabrera drove in his 3rd home run off of Cody Reed to give the Tribe a 4-3 lead. Tyler Olson and Cody Allen were able to help protect Cleveland's advantage, paving the way for Brad Hand to record his 28th save of 2018. Dan Otero with the win went to 2-1. Bieber struck out 5 but allowed 7 hits in 4 1/3 innings. Reed went to 0-1 for Cincinnati. Friday, the division leaders were home against the Orioles. After Brantley walked in the first inning, Jose Ramirez launched his 37th homer to give Cleveland a 2-0 lead. Carlos Carrasco was able to consolidate the advantage by punching out 6 batters and conceding just 3 hits. Baltimore, having a very tough season, continued to fight, averted the shutout in the 8th inning. Trey Mancini's single to center got Caleb Joseph home. In the 9th, the Orioles did get the tying run in scoring position after pinch runner Craig Gentry stole his 11th base. But Tim Beckham flew out and Joey Ricard struck out. Cody Allen got save number 24, which gave the Indians their 70th win of the year. Carrasco improved to 15-6 after going 7 innings. David Hess was on the wrong end of the decision for the 7th time. Saturday was a special day as the Indians honored Jim Thome at Progressive Field, not long after being inducted into Cooperstown in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, the bats were held in check minus the 6th inning, and Baltimore got a fine performance from pitcher Alex Cobb, who won his 4th game of the season, getting a complete game. The Orioles gave him the lead when, following an Austin Wynns walk and a Cedric Mullins bunt single with no Cleveland player over to cover first base, Jonathan Villar went deep to right field in the 3rd inning. Cleveland was able to string together some hits 3.5 innings later, following singles by Gomes and Allen. Lindor provided one of his own for the team's initial run. The next batter, Brantley, was able to get a sacrifice fly to score Allen to cut the gap to 3-2. Lindor tried to keep the rally going, but was caught with his hand in the cookie jar by Beckham. Mullins hit his first major league home run in the 8th to provide some insurance for the visitors to finish the scoring. Adam Pluko did strike out 6, but the VR long ball dropped him to 4-3. Sunday, the Indians were able to atone for Saturday's setback, taking their frustration out on the Orioles 8-0. With Allen at second, Yandy Diaz hit an RBI double to put the hosts in front in the bottom of the 1st. An inning later, Kipnis reached second base on a single and an error, then took advantage on a sacrifice bunt by Roberto Perez to get to 3rd. 2 batters later, Allen singled to left field to get Jason in for Cleveland's 2nd run. In the home half of the 4th inning, Brantley hit an RBI double to plate Allen. Later, with the bases loaded, Jeffrey Ramirez walked Diaz to make it 4-0. After pitching change, Sean Gilmartin came in, but he could not prevent Cabrera from hitting a grand slam to center field to really break the game open. It was more than enough run support for Mike Clevenger. He recorded 7 strikeouts, allowed just 1 walk to go to 9-7. Jeffrey Ramirez went to 1-5. Monday, the Indians started the first of 4 games in Boston with 2 pitchers that entered with 15 wins in Kluber and Rick Porcello. The Red Sox took the lead in the first as Xander Bogaerts' RBI single plated Mitch Moreland and J.D. Martinez. Andrew Benintendi drove in Jackie Bradley Jr. in the second to make it 3-0. Cleveland showed their resolve with a home run in the 5th by Cabrera and another by Brantley in the 6th to level the score. Greg Allen untied the contest in the 7th just after Gomes reached via a force out, making it 5-3. Boston would create some tension in the bottom of the 9th as Bogaerts got an RBI single to score Mookie Betts. The Indians were able to exhale when Brantley grabbed the final out off the bat of Ian Kinsler to end the game. Cody Allen picked up another save. Kluber did yield many hits, but did get 6 strikeouts and was able to steer the ship in the right direction after a slow start, going to 16-6. Porcello dropped to 15-6. The Indians will play the next 2 nights at Fenway at 7:10 p.m. Eastern, then finish on Thursday at 1:05. Tonight, Shane Bieber at 6-2 will take on 5-4 Nathan Eovaldi. On Wednesday, 15-6, Carlos Carrasco will face Brian Johnson, who is 4-3. Adam Plutko and David Price are the scheduled starters Thursday. The road trip continues into the weekend as the Kansas City Royals are the opponents. Game times are 8:15, 7:15, and 2:15 Friday through Sunday. Monday is an off day before the Minnesota Twins come to Cleveland Tuesday for the start of 3 games. The Tribe sit at 72-52 in the American League Central standings, followed by the Twins at 59-65. The Tigers are 51-74, the White Sox at 47-77, and the Royals at 38-87. Over in the East, the Red Sox are 88-38, leading by 9 games over the Yankees. In the West, things are tight, with the Astros and Athletics both tied at 75-50. The Yankees hold the first wildcard spot at 78-46, and as of now, either Houston or Oakland would have to travel to New York for a 1-game playoff. There are less than 50 games remaining in the regular season for 30 teams. I do think the Indians are capable of winning the World Series this year, and they are rounding into form. The Browns lost their first preseason game since 2016 after a 1917 loss to the Bills Friday night in Cleveland. The running game was better this week. Carlos Hyde had 9 carries for 64 yards, while Nick Chubb had 11 touches for 53 yards. The offense on the first series did well as they went 70 yards in 9 plays, capped by a Hyde 4-yard touchdown run, who earlier had a 26-yard scamper to help set up the score. Duke Johnson also contributed to the drive with a pair of carries of 18 and 4 yards. The Browns had 7 accepted penalties, but the problem I had were the types of flags that go for big yardage and take away scoring opportunities, and not so much the number, as I noticed Jeff Phelps and Gerard Cherry seemed to point out during the postgame show on the radio. Jeff Janis got a kick-catch interference penalty, and Nate Orchard picked up a flag for roughing the passer. There were 3 offensive pass interference calls against Cleveland, including 2 on the 4th offensive series, which cost them a chance to at least attempt a field goal. The other one negated a Baker Mayfield to Derek Willis touchdown late in the 3rd quarter when Devin Cajuste committed the infraction to take away 4 potential points, so the discipline needs to be ironed out the next few weeks. Fortunately, the Browns engineered a 9-play, 50-yard drive on the next series, resulting in Chubb's 1-yard touchdown run. The key play in the drive was a Baker Mayfield pass to Damari Scott, which went for 18 yards, which included an unnecessary roughness penalty tacked on against Buffalo at the end of the play. The other Cleveland scoring drive, which preceded the second touchdown, went for 11 plays and 63 yards in just under 6 minutes. Ross Martin connected from 31 yards out on his lone field goal attempt. The Browns punted 8 times. Many of those took place between the opening drive, which resulted in a touchdown, and before the drive leading to the field goal. The return game is something to keep an eye on because last year I can't recall one punt or kickoff run that went back for a touchdown. Whether it is Evan Berry, C.J. Board, Jabril Peppers, or Antonio Callaway, all of whom got at least one chance to make an impact in flipping the field last Friday, someone needs to step up and do what Joshua Cribbs used to do for the Cleveland Browns and make the special teams count. On defense, Cleveland forced 3 and outs on Buffalo's first 4 possessions before allowing 3 straight scoring drives, only one of which led to a touchdown. The Bills scored their other touchdown in the fourth quarter. Larry Ogunjobi had a sack and 2 plays in which he made a tackle for lost yardage. Derek Kindred recorded a sack and 1 tackle for loss. James Burgess and Justin Curtis combined for a sack. Zakovan Henderson, Mikael Kendricks, Chris Smith also got credit for tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Up next for the Browns are the Philadelphia Eagles to conclude the home portion of the preseason schedule. The game is scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday to be shown nationally. Typically, the third game is the dress rehearsal game in which the starters may play into the second half in preparation for regular season play. The North Texas Browns backers return to Fox and Hound in Dallas on Sunday, September 9th. Fox and Hound is located on Midway and the Bush Tollway, so be sure to bring your family and friends. Kickoff is at noon Central Time that day as the Cleveland Browns take on their rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. If you live outside of the North Texas region, please search to find a Browns Backers club closest to you. Your support is greatly appreciated. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbolesta2blog.wordpress.com. So http://www.mjbolesta2blog.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter at MJBallesta2 and on Facebook at Michael Ballesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Ballesta 2. God bless, have a great week, and be safe.